Hello again. This time I'm going to talk about a book I haven't read yet, and that is the book that came with this month's End of the World Reading Club. This is a subscription box. I've been subscribed to it for about 6 months now. All of the books are apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic, hence the End of the World Reading Club, and they come with a selection of items related to the book. What makes it different to most book clubs is the items are not themed around that book. What they are all practical, useful items that are used in the story. So I'll show you what I mean as I go through. I'm going to open it and just see what book it is. I've got to get my trusty opener. Here it is. And it always comes like this, with the yellow paper, themed paper, and a little postcard that is normally themed about it as well, saying January's Tale of the Apocalypse is not quite like anything we've read before in the club. It's kind of an interdimensional apocalypse set against a backdrop of climate change disaster, which combines Stephen King's vibes with Paul Tremblay's pacing. It's so pacey, in fact, that I've left the last quarter of the story gift-free so as to not interrupt the breakneck speed. Very different to December's Choice. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. So you get it. Now, just opening it up, I have no idea what the book is. It's always at the bottom. So your gifts come packaged like this, in different types and sizes, and you've no idea what they are. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one. And the book is called The Last Storm. And there it is. Never heard of this one before. It says, large swathes of North America have been struck by famine and drought and are now known as a desert. A young woman sets out across this dry, hostile landscape, gradually building an arcane apparatus she believes will bring rain to the parched earth. Jesse lives alone, far from civilization. When his daughter gift from rainmaking became deadly, he tried to stop her, with tragic consequences. Then his estranged wife brings news that Ash is still alive and she's rainmaking again. Terrified of what might happen, they set out to find her. But Jesse and Karina are not the only ones looking for Ash. As the storm she conjures becomes more violent and dangerous, some follow her seeking hope, and one is hungry for revenge. So that sounds quite good. Sounds a bit thrillery. But what is you also get, let me just do this one, you also get a bookmark, and the bookmark is always themed around the book and is very, very close. But what makes this book club different to other book clubs is as I say, these are gifts that go all the way through. So there is a gift here. So I cut myself off there. So if you look at this gift here, it says open at page number 12. And then at page number 12, there is a little reminder telling you to open your gift now, which is very useful. It's really useful to have that little reminder. All of the gifts are practical. There's no There's no gifts that are just decorative. I mean, that's what you look at when you look at a lot of these subscription boxes. You're getting a load of tat, a load of things you're just going to put around your house and never use. But everything in here is useful in the subscription. She did do an advent calendar and she did an add-on box, and some of those weren't useful. This little bear was the only came out of the add-on box, so this is not a useful product. So that's the only one. I've had sets of screwdrivers, I've had hats, gloves, scarf, necker thing. I've had a tea strainer, I've had a kitchen timer. I'm trying to think of some other things I've had. A set of marker pens, hot water bottle, a night light, a torch, a penknife, lots of things, all useful things that you would use. And yeah, that makes it very, very different. But what will happen is, say they were talking in the book that they were trying to write something with marker pens, there'll be a little flash and you'll go to open your gift and your gift will be marker pens. So it's a very tightly curated book. It's not just something based, a picture based on the characters, or you know, a ornament based on the characters. It's actually what is used in those books, all of which will be useful if the world ever ends. We also get, just to tell you, we get one of these in every box, the 268, and inside here is a card telling you how to do something. So I've had how to catch fish, how to make candles, that sort of thing is contained in here. And then you nearly always get one of these, which is a little card that is immersive. So if they're talking about a song that's playing, if you click on this, there'll be a QR code that you scan and it will play that song for you on Spotify. So a little bit more immersive. Sometimes it will link you to, last times linked us to a list of all the nuclear fallout shelters that there are in the country, which was quite fun to have. So those are the things. And then on addition to that, and then we always get a bookmark. So you always get these three. You always get a bookmark. You always get a postcard. And then this time I've got four gifts. Quite often there's food, but what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to stop talking about it now, and then I will come back to you once I've read the book, tell you what I read, tell you what I thought of it, and show you the gifts that we got. Okay, so I'll see you again then. Bye. Okay, well, I'm back. I have read The Last Storm. Gosh, that was a fast ride. It moved along at a pace and it was actually quite good. You certainly couldn't get bored with it. Basically, it's set in an apocalyptic future. Nothing massive happened. It's just been the effects of global warming, which has turned the whole of Middle America into a dust bowl. And there is this family that have this inherited trait where they can create rain. And so in that situation, they become very, very important and valuable. And it's a little bit about what happens to them. It is a thriller. It ends up almost as a horror. But yeah, it is it's not a deep, meaningful, makes you think kind of book. It is very much just a good story. So what did we get inside this time? First gift we got was a cap. Haven't tried it on yet, but it's a cap. I say everything in here is a useful item. So we had a cap, we had a bandana, always useful. Had some sachets of coffee to make, and had some sweets, which I've eaten. Then we got our how-to card. In every one we get how-to, and this was how to survive a wildfire. And this is on the back. How do I feel about this box? The book was good. I'd have to say that out of all of the boxes that I've had so far, I feel this has had the least worth of gifts in it. Normally I've been really pleased with the gifts. This one, it feels a little bit light. I don't expect to have the box, because I think it costs £35 a month for each one. And I'm not expecting to get that amount of money's worth out of it, because this takes an awful lot of work for Julie, obviously, to make them. I mean, she has to write all of these, get them printed. All of these are printed, written. Again, these all have to be designed and printed. That takes a lot of time. Each gift is individually wrapped, as you saw in the last one. The little labels have to go into here. This is a heavily curated box, and I fully expect that a chunk of the money that we get goes to Julie for her time. Obviously, she has to make a profit. And I think of it as being a experience. I tend to sit and read it all in one day, so that I set that day aside and I'm opening the parcels as I go through it. Oh, we also got a playlist. I haven't got that with me. That's upstairs. When we click on Spotify, normally we have one song, but this one, it was a full playlist, which I did listen to, and it was very good. It was really good. But yeah, in terms of value, I think this is probably the the least good one. Obviously, of course, we do get the book as well, which I often forget when I'm thinking of it. But will I use these items? Well, I've already eaten a sweet, so they obviously went down. Well, yes, I will use the coffee sachets. Always a good one, as long as they're not silly decaf. No, not good. Will I use this? Definitely. This will be used as a general sort of scarf, hanky, bandana. It looks navy in that light. It's actually black and white. And as for the hat, I have got a cap that I wear in the summer, which I really like because it actually folds, including this bit folds up, so you can put it in your pocket. But I kind of think that's really good, and it would be nice to have another one to use when I read in the garden. So yes, this is actually good. So in terms of use, yes, I will use everything that I've got in this box. And it is good. It is good. I'm not knocking it. The quality of the items is good, and the book is good. So yeah, it was a good box, but perhaps not the best in terms of value for the items, I think. But yeah, well done, Jolie. It was another good story, another good book. Okay, so look forward to seeing what we get next month. Bye.